Dear friends, in this video we are going to discuss about important form of renewable energy which is available in plenty across the country, across the globe, over the sea also. That is wind. Wind energy is one of the most powerful type of energy generation source. In Tamil Nadu, in south, we have large number of wind turbine and wind power plants generating up to 1000 megawatt of electricity throughout the year. Wherever we have wind with the high velocity, we can go for wind energy since it is producing zero emission as solar, hydro. This is also one of the non-polluting renewable energy source. Here we have to discuss about some important basic concepts. At what speed the wind turbine blades will rotate, what may be the length of the wind turbine blades, at what height wind turbine blades are fixed, what are the different types of wind turbine. So normally the wind velocity in the normal atmospheric pressure, the wind velocity in the range of 2 to 3 meter per second in the ground level. But this speed, this velocity is not sufficient enough to rotate the wind turbine blades. Since wind turbine blades are of a huge size, it may run up to 100 meters length also. So it has to rotate the wind turbine blades. So we need high velocity wind around 12 meter per second. This is available at a certain height, at a height of 100 meters or 150 meters. So we have to construct a tower. Over the tower only we can construct these wind turbine blades. In offshore also, in over the sea also, people are constructing wind turbine blades where the wind velocity is very high, but the major drawback is transmission of the power generated from there to land area. That is very tedious and time consuming, and financially it requires a huge investment. So that is not preferred, but it is possible. Feasible study has been conducted. It is possibilities there to generate wind energy over the sea also, since the wind velocity will be more there, more than the ground on earth. So here we have two types of wind turbine. One is horizontal axis wind turbine. Second one is vertical axis wind turbine. When the axis of the wind turbine is horizontal or parallel to the ground level, we can call it as horizontal axis wind turbine. What we are seeing in many places, particularly in Nagarcoil, Kanyakumari district, we have many number of horizontal axis wind turbines generating up to 1000 megawatt of electricity. The construction is very simple as for when we compare with the other types of power plants. It requires one simple tower. The tower at a height of 100 meter, it is a steel structure, truss type of steel structure. It will be fixed in the ground with the proper foundation, and the wind turbine blades are fixed. Normally 3 wind turbine blades will be there. In some cases 4 blades also will be there. Each blade is having a width of around 1.5 meter and a length of around 100 meters. So these 3 or 4 blades will be connected to the hub, and this hub shaft is connected to transmission system, that is a speed increaser, drive shaft, clutch and coupling. The entire housing is termed as nacelle, that is the constructing house which is at the top of the tower. The available available wind speed may not be sufficient enough to rotate the generator shaft, so we have to increase the speed. For that we have the speed increaser. It may be of gear arrangement, a step of gear we may have. So the speed of the turbine shaft will be increased so that it will be easier to have more amount of power. If you look at this, the axis of this horizontal axis wind turbine is parallel to the ground. That's why we are calling this as horizontal axis wind turbine. Another advantage of this type of turbines, under the ground below this we can have our regular farming. Agriculture work can be carried out. It doesn't get affected by installing this type of power plants. But the major drawback is if the wind velocity is less or wind velocity is not there, it is impossible to operate the horizontal or vertical axis wind turbines. So next classification is vertical axis wind turbine. The construction is somewhat different from horizontal axis wind turbine, whereas here the axis of the wind turbine blade is vertical, perpendicular to the ground. At the ground we have the generator. In the tower we will be fixing these aerofoil blades to the diameter of 6.5 meters. So it will be rotating along the axis, which is axis is perpendicular. This type of vertical axis wind turbines also being used for power generation, and it doesn't require more velocity to rotate these turbine blades. The construction is easier. By means of guides and stays we can fix the vertical shaft rigidly, since it is going to revolve around the vertical shaft, and this will be connected to the transmission grid and we will be getting electricity. So this is about vertical axis wind turbine. This is a simple diagram of horizontal axis wind turbine. So in this video we have discussed about horizontal axis wind turbine and vertical axis wind turbine, and how much power is being generated where we have horizontal axis and vertical axis wind turbine. Thank you for watching this video.